Going on, guys? Welcome back to the Leave It to the Judges MMA show. I'm here with X and Clark. Today, guys, we're going to be discussing the new fights just got announced. We're going to be talking about UFC 300 in general. We're going to be adding our own fights to the card, some title fights. They got to be realistic fights. So, guys, let's start by talking about what's already been announced for UFC 300. We have four official fights. We don't really know the order. Well, I guess this is going to be the order for them, but where exactly they're going to land on the card. Let's just start with the new one. Why don't you give us the intro to it, Clark? The newest fight added.
We got Charles Oliveira, Do Bronx versus Arman Zarzoukian.
Yes, sir.
It's a
Sir.
great. What do you guys think about it? I'll let you.
I would say this is probably a battle of the two most likely contenders for Islam in terms of just most likely in terms of best chance to beat him. Yes. This is kind the fact that one of these people is gonna get eliminated from title contention is probably good for Islam. He's probably hoping that Charles wins this just because I feel like on paper at least Charles is an easier matchup for him. Just in terms of the fact that I would say Charles probably has slightly better striking. But the wrestling is lacking for him. And I think that Islam has proven he's not scared to go to the ground with Charles. And Armin's proven that at least for 3 rounds he can hang in the grappling. I do think that Armin would inevitably tire out, but he did give Islam one of his toughest fights, to date. And so arguably his toughest fight outside of obviously the one loss he has and then the Volk 1 fight. Which I guess I would argue probably a tougher fight because he damn near beat him, actually. He damn near almost beat Islam, but I feel like as it currently stands, this is a banger of a fucking fight.
It's gonna be a banger. I really wish this would be 5 rounds. It being 3 rounds, I think definitely favors Armin.
Yes.
But I do think there's a lot of things Oliveira could offer Armin that he hasn't really seen in the cage, especially on a striking standpoint. Oliveira is going to stand there and bang and pressure Saryukian. And I think that's what Oliveira should do right off rip. Just kind of press him with strikes, get him in the clinch a little, just kind of neglect the wrestling attempts or the takedown attempts. Because I'm kind of scared Saryukian could just steal 2 rounds by having more control time.
I mean, that's kind of how I would see the fight playing out, in all honesty. I think that the fact that, like you said, if this was a 5-round fight, I would for sure favor Charles. I don't think that Arman would get Charles out of there. I don't really see that too heavy. Just because I would say Arman's biggest strength, striking wise, is his kicks. I feel like his hands are a little lacking from what I've seen. Not so much recently, but just over the span of his career, I would say Charles probably has an advantage in the straight boxing department. And from what I've seen, I don't know if Charles would catch Armin, but I know that it's probably something that you don't want to. Armin doesn't probably want to do that for 3 rounds, giving him that many opportunities on the ground. So I could see in a round 3, Armin starting to gas, Charles catching his ass with a sub. I can see that for sure. But I could also see if Armin banks rounds 1 and 2 when he's fresh and can keep it standing enough. I don't think that Charles would have the wrestling to, if he needed the finish, force Armin to the ground with grappling and then finish him down there. We've seen Armin's cardio dip, but it doesn't deplete. He's not one of those fighters that gasses out and they're helpless in there. He gasses out and his transitions and his grappling just get a little slower and let other good grapplers be a step ahead of him type shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd agree. I love this fight. This is the fight I was calling for because Oliveira's gonna turn another one away. Um, I feel like, I mean, I think the only way Zarzukian wins. I mean, he could catch Oliveira. I think it is possible, but Zarzukian, I don't think is the most known for knocking people out.
Definitely.
So I feel like on the feet, Oliveira should have a lot of advantages. Um, they're both very good kickers, so that should be those strategies play out. Might see a big kickboxing type of deal.
Has
Uh,
Arman fought Dariush?
huh?
Did Arman fight Dariush?
Yeah.
And Dariush won, right?
No, no, Armin
No,
knocked him
it
out.
was his last fight. Remember, he knocked him out bad.
Oh, right. I forgot about that shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, it was like a minute in.
but
But
yeah, I'm gonna rock with Olives in this fight, man.
yeah, I mean, I'm taking Oliveira pretty easy. Not easy, but the fight that I look at to where I can see Oliveira will do well with the sweeps and even possibly just getting a sub on the ground is the Gamrot fight. And I just
Oh,
don't, huh?
oh no, go ahead. Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, the Gamrot fight. I just feel like I saw Gamrot easily pull off sweep after sweep in that. And I just don't think Sarzukian's wrestling is good enough to keep Oliveira down compared to like Islam, who is at the top of the chain. So I think in a rematch, it will be hard for Oliveira to beat Islam just because of that fact alone. He could catch him in a sub, but just that fact alone. But I feel like against someone like Zarzukian definitely could pull it off, but I just feel like Oliveira still at the top of his game has showed, and he's just an exciting fighter, man. We need exciting champs, not these champs that are just gonna lay on top of people.
Shout
Over under two and a
out,
half rounds.
shout out Ojo.
Yeah.
You think this goes the distance or no?
I will say, for my prediction, I think that if it ended inside the distance, I would favor Oliveira to finish the fight. But I do think that like if it goes 3 rounds fully, I don't know if I see Charles winning like the majority of that, unless he gets like some type of like almost finished like where he almost finishes Armin, or if he like knocks him down maybe. But I'm like, I just don't see him like outworking him for the first two active Armin rounds, you know?
Yeah. I was gonna say I actually do see this fight going 3 rounds, but then I thought about it. Like Oliveira fights just do not last long. They just don't go the distance, whether it's him or the other guy getting finished. They just don't go the distance. So I don't think it is going to go the distance.
Why he's so great. That's why he's so great.
I got Oliveira. But anyways, all right, boys. Oh no, go ahead, Clark.
I have Oliveira sub third. I think Armin gets tired in that round, no
Okay.
matter what's going on. I think the pace is also an issue for him. I don't think he's used to fighting like someone who'll just come at him right away like that. So he honestly might tire out by like
Two
the
and a
end
half.
of the second. Like, so I got Oliveira sub third round.
I'll go either Oliveira 3rd round sub or Armin unanimous decision.
That's fair.
All right, guys. Let's talk about these other 3 fights just kind of briefly. Let's talk about Yuri versus Rakic. Rakic hasn't fought since he fought Blachowicz. I don't even. It's been a while. He's coming off of a nasty leg injury. This is a banger fight. Yuri coming around after that loss to Pereira. He lost his. Oh no, he already lost the belt, but coming
Yeah.
off that KO loss, it's gonna be a sick fight. I think this will be on the main card for sure.
Yeah, it will be. I love this fight. I was a big Rakic uh supporter when he was coming up, but
Definitely.
he's 2 years off. Yuri just having a fight against Pahea, and he was doing
He
pretty.
looked okay. He looked good. He looked good in that
He
fight.
was looking good, and he was a year and a half off. So Rakic definitely could come back. he could give Yuri a lot of problems. He's a very big calf kick kind of guy.
He's a big kicker.
Yeah, he'll definitely go after that. And he does use distance control pretty well. That's just his style. It is kind of boring, but he can knock out guys once in a while. But I think this is a banger of a fight. I just feel like Yuri's kind of too on it right now. Like just seeing that he could have beat Pereira, like just gives me more confidence against Rakic, who hasn't fought in almost like a year and a half, something like that. I don't know.
Hmm.
But I think Rakic could definitely give Yuri problems. I just don't know if he has the power to like get Yuri out of there
I
with
agree.
yeah, with his like pressures and whatnot. So I got Yuri in that fight.
I think that I would probably favor Yuri, because like you said, the activity factor, and just like the fact that Yuri did get like he was competitive against Pereira. The one thing that we did mention that I would say is like Yuri did prove to be like pretty like susceptible to those leg kicks with his like wild head movement. He plants on his legs a lot, and it did look like that was a big problem in the Pereira fight. Um, and we never got to see like how that would have looked had the fight continued on. But that's just because Pereira finished him. But it was clearly giving him problems. And with his wonky movement style, if he can't like move properly, I do think that he has a lot of holes in his defense that like could probably get exploited. Um, so I think that if Rockets can beat the fuck out of his legs round one, that he might have a chance to catch him with some shit like when he gets a little more sloppy down the stretch of the fight. But I could also see Yuri kind of like disrespecting him, like power wise, because like compared to Pereira, like he's not that scary hands wise, Rakic.
Hmm.
So I can see if Pereira, I mean if Prohaska like crouches space and doesn't let him get that many kicks off, I could see him like taking a convincing decision or maybe even catching him with some shit and like finishing him.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point with the leg kicks. I will say though, it's it's always worrisome when like someone comes back from a leg injury, like someone like Chris Weidman. You see like Brad Tavares like ripping his legs up. I was like, oh my god.
Yeah,
Yes.
So, like
it was
it's
nasty.
also just a because I don't know if that'll like be in Rakic's head at all. Like
Oh.
shit, I just fucked my leg up. Like if I throw this calf kick here, I don't know if that'll be in his head, but I think that's something to note in that fight.
I would say that like Rockets probably like could probably use a tune up before like if I saw him like fight, maybe I would look at it a little different. But coming off like the like you said, the injury layoff, just the layoff in general, outside of just the fact that he hurt his legs, which like would be like using those legs like to leg kick is probably what I feel is his best path. And if he's like at all timid to do that, I don't see it going well for him here.
Yeah, yeah. Rakic was originally supposed to fight Blachowicz, but he pulled Blachowicz had to pull out, so Yuri was the replacement. They just kind of moved the fight around.
Okay.
But yeah, it's still gonna be a fire fight. Let's move on to the next one. Calvin Cater versus Aljamain Sterling, Clark's second favorite fighter.
All right, you know what?
Let's talk about it.
I'm gonna do something good here. I'm picking Aljo with this. I'm taking
Okay.
Aljo.
Wow.
The
I'm surprised.
only reason is I will say Aljo will be a like buffer probably up there, and he's already pretty buff. And Cater's not the most buff dude, and not the best wrestler either, or
Mhm.
grappler. So I feel like Aljo does have a path to win the fight pretty easily It's just, can he get the featherweights down is the question. And I think he can. I also kind of want him to win because I feel like he'll just get knocked out in the next fight and he'll be done for. So
Dang, this is an all-time hater, bro.
I don't want him to just lose this first fight and that just bees it. No, 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 no.
You
You're
want him
winning
to
this
suffer,
first one.
you want him to
Huh?
suffer, bastard? You want him to
Not
suffer?
really, but I just want him. I want him to win.
You want him to get death by 1,000 fucking punches off Max Holloway? Is that what you want? Like, goddamn.
No, they're not gonna make that one. No, no, no. That would be a mistake.
My take on this fight, man. I've long wanted to see Aljo step up. Just because, for a different reason, like mainly just because, like, I was fucking with Marab, and just like I feel like to a certain extent, like Aljo's reign was really like cock blocking Marab mentally from like realizing his potential. And like we've seen it a million times. Like we've seen it so fast with Tony Ferguson. Like your prime can go like that in this sport. And it can kind of happen out of nowhere. And I do think that like the UFC would like it if like Cejudo or someone else like got Marab out of there, out of title contention. Just because like I feel like Dana is a petty individual in terms of like it's like his way or the highway. I don't think he supports when you go against him and thrive. Um, for example, like I'm sure he did not want to see Ngannou beat Tyson Fury. I don't think he wants to see Ngannou thrive in boxing. And by that same token, I don't think that when he tells Marab like I wouldn't wait for that shot, I don't think that he has any interest of seeing Marab get that and win, especially now that like you have a cash cow in O'Malley as a champ, a fan favorite, like one of the biggest stars in the UFC. Um, so I feel like I have been wanting to see Aljo go up, and I think that of anyone in the is Calvin Cater in the top 10? Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah. It's like seven.
He's like outskirts top 10. I
No,
do
He's,
think
he's,
that
he's got he's definitely top 10.
he's like seven. Yeah.
7, yeah.
I do think that like looking at that list, I don't really see a better matchup in the top 10 for Aljo. I think that if he can't beat Cater and get him down and hold him there or sub him, like I think that that's pretty indicative of how the rest of his featherweight tenure is gonna go.
Mhm.
I don't see him losing this fight and then coming back and doing better against someone else that's like highly ranked in that division. Just because like carrying all the extra weight, like first of all, Aljo said it himself, like he already ballooned up a little bit with the time off. He got a little undisciplined. He's even been saying it himself, like he can't like push as hard of a pace currently as he, could when he was like training full time. And as we've seen with Conor McGregor specifically, um, people with like that fast twitch like build or like a muscular build, when they put on the added weight, um, their cardio tends to take a hit. And Aljo to me has already had suspect cardio. If he can't implement his takedowns, as a prime example by like the Piotr Jan fight, the first one, when fighters come up in weight, they normally like they don't carry the weight well. And with Aljo's already sus cardio, I just see this like going bad for him if he cannot get the takedown, especially with fighters who can actually punch harder. Um, I feel like this is a big test for him, just in terms of like if you can't beat Cater, like you can't beat anyone. I don't think in the top 10 of featherweight, which
Yeah.
will which will kind of put him in a no man's land because I would say he's still prime enough to like not think about retirement. But at what point do you go back? So then his options would be like go back down and kind of like either let Marad be great and let him, jump you and then you be like a gatekeeper. like how Marab was basically, or retire. Because I don't think that he can keep fighting at featherweight if he loses this. I feel like this is a must win.
He is 34.
Yeah.
Starting to get
And I feel like at featherweight, a lot of the guys, they have they have a lot of danger to them in terms of finishing potential. And I really just don't see that in Aljo. Like, I feel like featherweight's a very hard division just to thrive in. Everyone's very dangerous.
I'm
if
saying,
he,
scenario here for you guys. If Aljo took Yair down and Aljo's on top, like, do you not think that like Yair could either like find a finish, scramble out, or just like some kind of like chaotic way beat him up down there? I feel like, I mean, take like a Ortega. You think if Aljo by some miracle took him down, you think he's not getting subbed out? Like, I just think that just I just don't see too many fighters that he can actually take down and like have success against. You know what I
I
mean?
don't think he could take Max or Volk down. Like
Not at
maybe
all.
like once or twice, but like
Not
I just don't see it happening.
Especially after how much Islam struggled with Volk in the grappling. Like, I don't see him doing a goddamn thing to Volk.
That's true.
no, Volk would probably knock him out in like 3 punches. About see, like I'll be honest, Aldo would have a chance, man. If that man could like punch, like you know that punch machine, like at any arcade, like that boxing one,
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
just like
shows you your number.
he was like a 700 plus puncher.
Exactly, like he would have a
Derek
chance.
Lewis power.
He would have a chance. It's just like the striking clearly is not up to his grappling, and it's just clear.
My thing is also like even when he is doing good in the striking, it does not seem like something that's like sustainable. You know what I'm saying? It's always like wild and like
Yeah.
big actions, like big leg kicks. Like everything doesn't look like technical and crispy. It looks like
A lot of
It's
hooks.
a lot of
um,
effort and energy used with every strike he throws. Cause like I feel like he needs the strikes to count to like earn the respect he needs to like implement his grappling. And I think that like if he gets like prolonged on the feet, that style's gonna gas him out too. And then it's like his grappling gasses him out too. So it's like
Mhm.
either way, he just tends to gas, and I don't think that he could win a fight at featherweight without like significant periods of top control, um, or just ground control in general. Maybe a back take here or there, salt that round away. Like I just feel like it's gotta be schemy if he's gonna get these dubs. And with all that being said, I do predict him to either sub Cater or just like unanimous decision him, but I don't think that any other fight in the top 10 goes his way.
Yeah, I 100% agree. All right, though. Really quickly talk about this fight. Though. This
what
fight
a
got announced. It's probably going to be the first fight of the night, I'd assume.
Like anything else is disrespectful to the other fighters on the card to a certain extent. I think Jim Miller's also on this card. I don't know who he's fighting, but I feel like that fight's official for this card.
he's going to be on the card. I don't think he has an opponent yet.
I think no.
He does, right?
Miller like fighting this weekend.
No,
No, Miller's definitely on 300.
I don't think so.
I'm pretty like look it up right now. I'm pretty sure he is because like they said that they're gonna get him on there because he was at 100 and 200. So they were like, we gotta get him on there type shit.
Oh, he's fighting this weekend. He's fighting this weekend. Unless they're just putting him on there and he's just
I think he's gonna get on there regardless. Unless he gets like fucked up maybe. But I think that like
he's
Yeah.
gonna
because he said that he wants to be on that card and he said that that's not necessarily his retirement fight either. Like he'll let you know he'll let us know when he's like done, but it's not gonna be this fight type shit. So
Alright. Well, he doesn't have a fight scheduled though, or
they'll get him on there against probably a can. They probably want him.
yeah,
Yeah.
they got him against some old dude this week. It's a 50.
Okay, but
What the fuck are these weights, bro? What are these weights?
What?
What?
Probably they're walking. I don't know. They're walking. I know actually.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
probably they're walking around weight.
Yeah.
All right, bro. After this fight, are we gonna give Bo Nickel a real opponent?
Uh, maybe someone like right outside, like outside the 15, I think. Well,
Okay.
let me see the rankings real quick.
Yeah.
Let me see the bottom here.
Yeah, I think you're right. Outside, like right outside, top 20, top 20.
Give
Wait,
his ass Paul Craig and see what's to him for real.
yeah, honestly, if there is anyone, how is Chris Curtis ranked? Who did he beat?
Or give him fucking Hermanson type shit. Like someone that can like wrestle decent at least.
Mhm.
Bro, like, I'm not gonna lie, the middleweight, like, 10 to 15 is, oh man. Honestly, yeah, give Bo, like, someone there.
It's a little shoddy. It is a little shoddy, but like
Like, I feel like Imavov would do well against Bo, probably.
I love to see him against a Vittori type. Like someone who's gonna have cardio and keep coming. Like
I would like that.
that would be a good fight. I think it's like maybe like in a fight, like if he smashes somebody type shit. If he smashes Brundage, fights like a top a top 12 guy, one of the top someone within the top 12 to 15, and wins that, then I would say just jump his ass all the way to Marvin Vittori.
Or Vittori, I think
Yeah,
I think
honestly,
he'd beat Bo
Joe,
Nickel, bro. He'd beat Bo
be,
Nickel.
to be fair, that's a good point because you know what? Joe Piper is getting a main event against Hermanson. Like just a random main event on a fight night. And like if Joe Piper's getting that in like 3 fights, like
I guess you're
you
right.
have to give Bo that after, yeah. And I think, give him Vittori, man. Like
I'm just saying, give him a real test, like a cardio test, like someone that's gonna last and like not get like absolutely ran the fuck
Yeah,
over.
middleweight's so shallow. You're right.
yeah. I mean, I'd love to see him against Fluffy. I'd love to see that
Hey,
matchup.
man, yeah.
Throw him Drickus, fuck it.
Just replace him.
Yo, straight up, straight up, straight up, straight up. Who would you favor between him and Strickland, like right now, today?
Who?
Ooh.
Who?
Strickland and fucking Bo.
Oh, dude, Strickland easily
Mm.
I don't know if it is. I don't
in a 5-round fight,
Yeah, I'd probably give it Strickland.
in a
If,
in a
dude.
in a 5 rounder, yeah, but like what I'm thinking is just the fact that like if Bo's cardio is decent, I think that he should be able to like wrestle fuck Strickland enough to where like
Mm.
I don't see Strickland getting that late finish unless he's gassed. You know what I'm
Dude,
saying?
I think Strickland could like. I think Strickland would bully him on the feet badly, and he's not gonna get every takedown. He's not. He's not gonna get every takedown. Bo Nickel. Like he's gonna get beat. He's gonna get his ass beat on the feet, bro.
But
I think I
have we
see the Vision X.
have
I
we
see
seen have we seen like any of Bo's like grappling ever get like negated really though yet?
Yeah,
Not
but
really.
Strickland has better takedown defense than the guys he's fighting.
But Bo is like Olympian level, no? Like, is he not?
Mm.
Is he not like
Dude, no. You get,
Oh,
wrestler?
okay. I would
Xavier, you're not saying this, bro. Don't do it.
I would take
Don't do it.
Strickland just because. Okay, if Bo was like 10 fights in,
Experience factor, but I'm just saying like that is like not the most like I could see Bo beating anybody because of his wrestling type shit. I could see it.
I just feel like Bo, up to this point, he has won his fights very convincingly. He has fought a bunch of cans. Let's just say what it is.
He like some cans, bro.
Like he has fought some cans so far. Jamie Pickett is probably his best fight.
Is there
I
some
don't, I don't know. I just feel like again, Sean Strickland, very good takedown defense as well. I mean, it doesn't seem like are you talking about like in the next month or
I
like
don't think Bo stands a
the
chance.
next
I'll be
title
honest.
fight? Like
I don't think he stands a chance.
Strickland go out there and beat DDP, I'm picking him against a lot of people.
I agree, man. I think that this is like the age of Strickland, bro. I feel like he can actually like do good work against a lot of them type shit. I would favor him in the Cannonier rematch. Like, fuck.
He
I feel
could
like Whitaker would be a terrible
Oh,
matchup for
I
Bo.
agree. I agree. I think. Wait for who?
Bo,
I think he's a bad matchup for fucking
pretty much everybody, I guess.
Strickland, bro. I think that like I've been
He
saying
is. He is.
matchup because he's like he actually fights. I saw some stat. It was like saying that Strickland only loses to fighters who like come forward, who fight off the front foot, but he beats all the fighters who fight off the back foot.
Okay.
So it's
Wow.
like like damn near anyone who fights coming forward has beaten him. Like Usman, Cannonier, even though I thought he won, but like Cannonier, Pajeda, you know what I'm saying? Like
I loved you brought that up because DDP only comes forward,
yeah,
so
that's definitely like a part of the narrative. But I think that DDP also comes forward for a fucking round and then he's huffing and puffing for air.
hey, the nose surgery, man.
And I just saw like
Full of air now.
a couple of days ago, I texted you guys in the chat. Like, I watched the fucking fight, like with him and fucking Darren Till, and he whooped Darren Till's ass a whole round with like no resistance and was huffing and puffing afterwards. And I think that like, say what you will about like Sean Strickland and Darren Till, but like, I don't think anyone's gonna like out grit Sean Strickland. I don't think that anyone's gonna like take his like will to fight. You know what I'm
Mhm.
saying? So I think that like you can even beat the shit out of him probably for a while, but the second that that cardio dips, he's on your ass and he's not gonna stop. You know what I'm saying? Especially now that DDP like pissed him off, talked about his dad and shit. Like I don't know, he's looking more jacked than he ever has in his career right now. Like
He's
he
in his,
might have just woken up the fucking beast, man. He might come in this bitch with some real punching power and kill that man.
he's in his head. He's in his head. He's gonna overswing and then a class. Okay, but so I actually did happen to watch that fight before you text that to us, and I agree with you. It didn't look the best. But then did you watch the Whitaker fight next?
But wasn't that fight over in round two? Was it not over in round two though?
Huh?
That fight
He
in round two, no?
finished him in the second round. I'm just saying he looked a lot
Five,
like,
buddy.
but
Five.
he looked different. He looked different. He looked quicker. Like I'm telling you, that nose surgery definitely did something. And I feel like I I do I feel like if it does go five, it does favor Strickland for sure. But it's only going about this many rounds, boys. Probably this many, to be honest. I mean, he's just gonna catch him. He dropped Whitaker with a jab. Just dropped him with a jab. He's
I
finished.
mean,
He's finished every dude he's fought except Brad Tavares. I mean, still beat him huffing and puffing the whole fight as well. Like that was just funny. But I got DDP winning that fight. But if Strickland beats him convincingly, then yeah, he'll beat a lot of people.
I feel
all right, guys. Let's move on to the part of the show where we are gonna make our own UFC 300 main event and co-main event. We were kind of talking about it earlier. We kind of landed on Izzy versus Pereira 3 for the 205 belt. That fight comes with some caveats to it, some like pros and cons. Let us know what you guys think should be the main event. But is there like let's talk about it a little more. What are some other possible fights besides that?
If,
Aspinall versus Pereira, does that interest
if
you guys?
John, I would love that fight, but if John can get back, like it would be perfect if it was John versus
it.
Aspinall.
Hey, you fuck.
In my mind, like I would
Are we
love it.
not gonna give John a fucking tune-up before he has to fight Aspinall? Like coming off an injury. Come on now. Come on
He's
now.
just gonna retire after that. I kind of want to see him fight
I
Aspinall.
want to see him retire after he fucking destroys Stipe. I want to see that, really. Let
Uh,
let Aspinall lead the new generation into the sunset. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
with a KO win over John Jones.
Oh,
I would still take John though. He's the goat. He
I
just
mean,
figured. he has the best fight IQ ever. I just feel like he'll figure out a way.
I agree. I agree. I think that he would win, but it's just like that
Same.
is the most unnecessary risk. Like, you know what I'm saying? You really have a chance to like get out of there unblemished, and you like are tempting fate when you fight these young killers. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. I just want to see that fight more,
Well,
but
does that fight happen? Yes or no? Does John Jones take on Aspinall if he beats Stipe?
I
no.
hope. I mean, it depends, man. It depends. I think what my heart tells me is like no, but I do think that like the fact that he has the interim title and the fact that like he just starts Pavlovich,
Mm-hmm.
I think that John does need at this point in his career motivation to fight these people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that like that did put him on the map to like more so the mainstream.
Mm-hmm.
Like, John needs to like see a vision of like what do I have to gain in the eyes of the public if I beat a certain person, you know? And I think that now, like I mean, I feel like the hardcores already knew Aspinall was a demon coming up, you know. But I think
Yeah.
that like the way he finished Pavlovich, who was like a boogeyman in his own right, did kind of I think raise his profile to like in terms of mainstream appeal to the point where it might have like lit a fire under John type shit, you know,
Mm,
to want to fight him
Okay.
then. But I just think that he should get out of there and just like say fuck it.
mm,
Shamelessly as a fan, like
As shamelessly, okay.
I always say, like I don't think John's scared of anybody, but I can be scared for him as a fan of his. That's
there's
no that's not like no detriment to him. It's just like my personal preference would be for him to retire unscathed and just like you know what I'm saying. He's the GOAT regardless, but like
mm,
really can get out of there like off this dub and like you really like you know what I'm saying. No one's gonna
Yeah.
fuck you type shit. And
okay.
Um. Do you
injury,
guys? Wait, what?
I said coming off this injury, like I even feel it more so. Like
Yeah.
it's not good. Once you start tearing shit, getting old, like I've seen this movie too many times. Like I've seen it too many times.
Yeah. Um, do you have any other ideas for
Co-main,
well, the main?
the main card. I mean, like if they could finagle Connor up there, like I don't think that that's possible at this point. But like if it was possible, I think that that would be like outside of John like a John Jones fight. That's the other biggest thing you can do a Connor fight.
Yeah.
Um,
Connor was saying June or whatever, right? Something like that. So,
I mean that's he said International Fight Week, which I mean would seemingly take him out of that running, but I'm just thinking like you can't put like a bomb title fight up there. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's 300. You know what I mean? Like it's 300. It has to be a banger of a car. It has to be stacked, right? You
mm,
need two title fights, and Bilal versus Leon ain't cutting it. So we got to figure out something else.
you just see it. Ed's phone died.
Oh no, Ed. Ed.
I'm gonna be back in a sec.
We'll just edit this part out, I guess.
Ugh. Is Ed like using Zoom on his phone?
I mean, he's on his computer, so he can probably hear us. I just
Oh,
don't know why he can't like. Does this computer not have a mic or something? Yeah, type us in the chat. What's going on, man? There is the chat right there.
There's 9 minutes.
Yeah, he should just died. It's all good. Dude, it sounds like it's fucking raining outside, not even snowing, bro. I don't know what's going on.
I don't know if it's snowing yet either. Surprising.
It definitely was snowing here, but
My
now
younger brother's got he's still in high school, like my youngest, so he's he's telling me, but I did just hear a snowmobile.
they're probably just trying to put
So,
that salt down in advance.
well, they're fucked. He was telling me like he's hoping it hits at like 3 a.m.
I'm not gonna lie to you, I am kind of hoping to get snowed in. Like that would be nice. I feel like not that I even have shit to do tomorrow per se. It's just that I would like to not be able to do shit either. Like
For sure, yeah.
like the snow me in, bro. I'm in. It's snowy,
Oh,
bro.
yeah. If it snows high tomorrow, I'm probably not leaving my house. I was gonna go to the gym, but I heard about the snow and I was like, yeah, probably gonna skip.
Gotta hit them free weights, some push-ups.
And no, I have a treadmill down here, so I use that a lot.
Oh yeah. You been like losing weight at all? Did you stop drinking?
Yeah, I'm down. What is it right now? About 12.
That's a lot. That's a lot of weight.
It's decent.
I'm not
But
gonna
now,
lie, bro. The pounds kind of like come the fuck off once you stop drinking.
not for sure. Yeah,
I
I was
did.
drinking a lot of beer as well, so that probably didn't help either.
Oh yeah, you and your 15 Coronas every time.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
no,
'Cause we always took the break, so I always had more than I was going to.
no. I always like would get fat at U of I and then like come home and then over the summer like lose like 12 to 15 pounds every time and then go back and then just like not gain it all necessarily, but like gain again and then like it's just the lifestyle of just drinking constantly.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I didn't used
And
to.
eating less nutritious food than I get at home, like off the strength.
Not for sure. I would say like freshman summer, I didn't drink that much. I was going to the gym like every other day, so it was just pretty decent then. Then COVID kind of fucked up the streak there.
COVID is when I first got fat because I was just in the fucking house ordering fucking
Yeah,
whatever,
exactly.
ordering whatever, bro. I didn't give a fuck about ordering some food during
Like
COVID.
I didn't have the treadmill or anything, so I couldn't even fucking work out really at all. So I was like, what the
Those
fuck?
classes, bro. I was not even leaving my fucking common room that I had with Mike and Charlie, bro. I was just in that bitch, bro. Couch bed, everything.
There's that.
Yeah.
Who are you
All right.
at?
What's up?
That's how we doing. How we doing?
I'm good. I'm back. I'm back.
We have 6 minutes. I feel like that's enough time to like bang out just the last thing for this
Like,
video.
I think you're right.
yeah, yeah.
All we gotta do is
Like,
come up with like a main event ideas type shit.
Wait, what do we have left? You said?
That's all we have to do is find a main event for this card.
Okay.
Like, like what do we think it could be type shit.
All right. All right. Where do we leave off? I mean, yeah.
The
I
last thing
wish.
I said was like it's not gonna be like we can't make Bilal versus Liam the fucking main event. Like that's
No,
what
I think that's locked in as the co-main, and then as the third title fight, they should throw on a women's title fight, maybe like Grasso versus Shevchenko 3, or have Whaley in there against someone.
if we can slap a Whaley Grasso co-main, I would bump Leon down again. I'm not gonna lie.
yeah,
I would do. I would too.
I would agree.
Like it's mainly because of Bilal, I would say even.
I would
Yeah,
agree.
Just like but I think that if you can get a champ versus champ type of caliber fight, like whatever division that is, like that should take precedent.
I
Um
will say though, if the UFC want to be bold, hear me out, Dana White. Give Shavkat the shot over Ball. Just say screw it.
I just don't think you can, Clark. I know what you're saying, but you can't.
Would I like to see that? Absolutely. But like, would it be absolutely wrong as fuck? Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. He's number 3 now. He's
It
number
would be actually like a big dick in the mouth of Bilal, like to just fuck him like that. Like, especially considering the fact that like he already had a fight with Leon scheduled and it got like ended off the eye poke shit. So it's like
That's true,
he does have like a claim to at least that fight again. And to jump him would just be kind of bogus as fuck.
yeah. No, Dana's gonna give Bilal the shot.
I'd also be down for Whaley versus Jan. That'd be a good fight.
Yeah, I'd be down for that.
I'll watch my girl Whaley beat the fuck out of anybody. I don't give a fuck.
China versus China. That'd be a good fight.
I have
Um,
I have full confidence that like Whaley could probably take out Ojo. Like I'm not gonna lie.
I don't know about that,
I'm not, man. You saw the way she fucking lifted up Ngannou. Yeah, yeah. Ojo's going for a ride, buddy. He's going for a
but
ride.
might take her down
See her
before.
arms, bro.
You might take her down before then.
Man, okay, with his 2 rounds of cardio, and then what? And then what? She's gonna beast him.
I mean, he does have like 20 plus pounds probably on her.
yeah.
They
He's
would
way
fight
bigger.
the same weight, but eh.
Unpopular opinion, man.
That's just
Interesting idea.
Make that the fucking main event. Fucking
hey, I would back that. That would be
across
great.
from like, bro, if we can get like a woman versus men fight like that was kind of like decently fair, I would fuck with that.
That'd be crazy. Yeah, I'd love that.
Chris Cyborg versus like Josh Emmett type shit. Like
What?
Oh no, 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 that's crazy. Come on.
What?
they're both featherweights.
Dude.
But yeah, but wait, give her like I don't know.
Give her Alex Caceres.
In a boxing match. That'd be a fun one. I don't know, that'd be weird.
But no, I think that in all seriousness though, because Islam's out, if you can't get John Jones in there, a woman's fight might be the best way to go. A champ versus champ might be the best way to go.
You guys think we'll get any weird returns like Ronda Rousey, Brock Lesnar, anyone like that?
I don't think so. Especially not like Ronda Rousey type shit.
No,
She doesn't want to get pieced up again, man.
Tate versus Ronda again?
no.
No.
No, no.
Not in 2020 fucking 4.
Okay, we're over it.
I don't want to see it.
All right, though. I think that about does it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Make sure to check out the TikTok and the shorts. We're gonna have some more videos coming out later this week. And we'll catch y'all.
Peace.
Peace.
Recording stopped.
What's happening?
Squeaking.
Fuck it, bloopers, man.
Bloopers. Hey, good stuff. Good stuff,
Good
y'all.
stuff. Good stuff.
I'm not gonna